I am really excited about this thing. I know I'm excited about a lot of things, but this is something that's totally new and no one's ever seen this thing before. And I think it's amazing. This is your full rear kit, okay? And in this kit you get these three pieces. That's your bottom piece. This is your middle piece, and this is going to be the top piece. And today we're going to show you how to install these bad boys, and then you're going to be able to see how it looks when it's done, okay? With your kit, you get white chalk markers, and all of your hardware will be included, along with our cool Devil Ray stickers, of course. But you're going to need some thread blocker glue. You're going to need 11mm wrench. And you're going to need a 3/16 Allen. Drill bit, 5/16. I usually snub mine for safety's sakes. And a drill. So, today, without further ado, we're going to get started. We're going to show you how to put all these bad boys on today. The first one is your bottom piece. It is the longest piece in your 6-part series. There's 3 on one side that go on, and there's 3 that go on the other, okay? Now, as usual, I've already had all my stuff pre-drilled because I've already had these things on and off 50 times. So we're going to do it 51. So today with you, we're going to do it again. Alright, now, the first thing that I do, of course, is take out my white chalk marker. I line up where I want my holes, and then I mark my hole with the white chalk marker. So as you can see where I marked it there, it's right there. End up, you're going to take your drill with your drill bit and drill your holes. Now, as I said before, this is plastic. You don't have to press hard in order to get the drill to go through. Just a very light turn and a little bit of pressure and it'll go through there, okay? Very simple. Now, we're going to take the hardware that we provide for you and we're going to start this install. And as usual, I usually try to get 3 or 4 bolts in there and try to start lining up my product. That way you know for sure that you drilled your holes in the right place that you need it. Okay? And it kind of holds it there while you're trying to work. Then you're going to take your nuts along with your washers and then place them on. Usually I try to start around the middle. Sometimes you have to pull the nut, the bolt back out a little bit so you can get your fingers in there, because it is kind of tight, but you'll feel it go on there. And once you do, you know you're good to go. We got one more to do. Alright, then you're going to take your 11mm wrench. You're going to place it in here. The top one is the toughest. Well, DevilRayHandlebars.com. We try to figure all this headache out for you so you don't have to. You want to angle your wrench in there. Get the top one first because that's the hardest one to get to. And once you get it on there, you start tightening it up. Go down to your next one. Usually I give it another quarter turn or so on the back end, because the T-handle, it'll feel tight, but always give that wrench a little extra push for insurance purposes. Make sure that it's tight. And also, if I haven't mentioned it before, make sure that you put this on your nut, on your nuts and your bolts. Bikes usually carry a lot of vibration, and sometimes they will work themselves out. The good thing is they usually don't all at once, but it's important to put it on there. Another important note is right under here. If you'll zoom right in there, you'll see that some of the plastic is missing. I took that off, and all I do is take a drill bit and run it up and down so I can get my finger in there, because if not, you can't fit there. But now I can. We're gonna try to get our little washer and nut up there. Get it lined up. Sometimes it's good to have a screwdriver on hand. That way you can work it from the front. See that? Get your piece lined up. Get your bolt in there. And that's it. Now that we got the first bolt in, we didn't tighten it down secure yet, because we want it to be a little bit of free flow so you can fit your other nuts and bolts in there. Alright, here's one, and we'll worry about the next one in a minute, because your fingers need to get in there a little freer so you can put the bottom nut on your bolt. There we go. And we got that one. Now we're going to do the next one. Put more thread lock on your bolt. Put it through there. Remember, just to get them as finger tight as you can, and then we tighten them up. Get your 11mm wrench in the bottom, as you see me doing right here, and just tighten it down. Get that thing tight. And then we go to the top. The only reason why I put a slot in there, it ain't just for my fingers, but it's for this wrench. So you can get in there, so you can get to that nut and tighten it up. Alright, and that's your middle panel install. Now we're on to the third one. If you have the back seat attachment along with the passenger pegs, you'll want to put these down. Now, a key note, if you don't want to scratch the paint on your panel, you want to make sure and put a couple of these plastic little bumpers onto your passenger peg, and I'll show you why in a minute. Now, as usual, we're going to put a white chalk marker in our hand. We're going to place this curve right under there. As you can see how it fits nice? And then you're going to take your white marker and drill right through here. Now, this is the only panel that isn't attached to plastic. This is actual aluminum, but it still drills real easy. So once you have your holes drilled, as usual, you want to put some thread locker on there, some blue, medium strength. Put it through your hole. Line it up. Get your fingers back there and put your nut on. All right. Now that we got that one on there, it's pretty finger tight. Then we install the other one. Put it through there, just like before. Now on the inside of these things, you can't see it good. Now I'm going to try to give you a visual on the other one that we already have pre-installed. That over here, you want to make sure that your bolt, when you go to drill that hole, ain't behind this. You want to make sure that it's far enough over this way in order to fit your stuff. Okay, that's one important key factor. You don't want to scratch up your paint. The road's going to do that enough already. You don't need help. Don't need help. And that's it. That is your new Devil Ray install. Also, I'm going to show you this other important keynote of why you want these pads on there. Is because it's going to come up here. So you put a pad here and a pad there, and it keeps it from going too far in, because without them they will hit that, and over time it can scratch your paint. And thank you for coming here today, learn about our new install. We're going to do a little visual go around. Now you got your new Devil Ray full rear body kit. This is your 6 panels of goodness.